Hey, it's Steve here on Steve Shetler Media, and I am hanging out today with Lindsey Phillips. Lindsey, how you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, glad to be with you this evening. And Lindsey, of course, now I'll let you tell all about yourself and what we're doing here. So take it away.
Yeah, so I work at Four Oaks Family Connections, which, a lot of people are like, what is that or who is that? Basically, HHS contracts with all 99 counties in the state of Iowa with Four Oaks. Okay. We do the licensing, recruiting, and training for foster and adoptive families across the state of Iowa.
Okay. And what is HHS if people aren't familiar?
Yeah. So DHS, as everybody knows them, about a year ago had transitioned to Health and Human Services, HHS. So that's kind of where the name transition from, or what we call that. So. Okay.
And so, May, which by the time people see this, it's going to be May. Yeah. May is Foster Care Awareness Month. Now, how did you get involved in something like this?
Yeah, so I'm the recruitment coordinator for the Cedar Rapids service area, which encompasses this area right here. And so myself and my husband, we became foster parents a few years ago. Okay. We just really felt it on our hearts that was something we wanted to move forward with. Yeah. We actually adopted out of foster care. And so about a year ago, the opportunity arose. I got contacted if I would be interested in doing this position. And I mean, basically, I was already advocating for foster parents. So now I get the cool job of just getting paid to do it. So win-win. Cool.
Now you live in New Sharon.
Yep.
But your job just kind of encompasses the whole area. I'm assuming you kind of work out of home, or?
Yeah, I work out of home a lot. I go, from Benton County all the way down to Van Buren and all the way in between. So lots of different areas. I know a lot of roads.
Yeah, I bet.
I think I could drive to Iowa City with my eyes closed at this point. I wouldn't do that, but I could do it. So I make frequent trips to, the biggest thing that my role gets me the chance to do is just work with different organizations, faith-based organizations, churches, businesses, people like you that just want to know more or want to learn more. And so I just get to come in, we get to have a conversation, talk about fostering, what that looks like. There's a lot of myths associated with fostering. Okay. And so just having those conversations is just a first step in sharing the advocacy of needing foster homes in the state of Iowa.
Sure. And what is that need? I mean, can you get into that a little bit?
Yeah. So last year there was around 4,000 children who were in need of a temporary home here in the state of Iowa. So huge need. Yeah. And so often I get the question of, well, who makes a foster parent, or what does it take to be a foster parent? You can be single, you can be married, you can be all of the in-between of what that looks like. You can live in an apartment, you can live in a townhome, a house, whatever that might be. You just need to be able to have, adequate space to provide for a child. Yeah. You need to, be able to provide stability and love and all those great qualities. Sure. And so those are kind of the starting ground of that. And then we need families who can welcome sibling groups. That's a huge need. It is our desire when we need to find a home for a child that we're able to keep them in the community they're being removed from. Okay. So important. Yeah. You're not only being removed from, a family member, but to be having to be removed from a community that you've known. We don't want that to happen. So having foster homes in all of our communities all over the state of Iowa is so important. So that is something we need. We need those that maybe have a job with flexibility, that they don't need daycare, because we know daycare can be a piece for someone to be able to find daycare right now. Okay. And so homes for that, and then just teens, right? So so often people are intimidated about the thought of taking a teen, but I can tell you, they're a lot easier a lot of times than a baby that needs their diapers changed and all those things. So, we need all things in foster homes, but those would be some of the big bullets. Sure.
Now, I'll ask what sounds like an easy question, but might be a complicated question to answer, is with it being Foster Care Awareness Month, other than, you talking to me and doing media interviews and stuff like that, what are other ways to make people aware of the situation?
Yeah, I mean, basically the biggest thing is just having people. I always challenge people, like, who are 3 people you can tell about the need? Because the word of mouth is so so big in this world, right?
Yeah.
And just being able to share with individuals about the need, and just having these conversations. So often I say to people, you might not be called to fostering, but someone you know might be. So being able to share this information is so important to continue to have homes for children.
Yeah, awesome. Is there anywhere online that you would direct people to? I mean, as far as, do you have like social media sites and a website and all that?
Yeah. So we have a Facebook page, Four Oaks Family Connections. You can also go to our website, iowafosterandadoption.org.
Okay.
Those are always a great place I tell people to look when they're first even considering it, because we know so often when people are thinking about fostering, there's maybe a year or two process that goes into that before you take the next step to become a foster parent. The total process takes about 6 to 9 months to become licensed. Okay. And so it's a time thing. There's a process. It's not a one and done and you're going to be taking children in your home tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so, I always steer people to go in those two places. I mean, you can find me on Facebook. I love having conversations and I love just connecting with people, like I said, and just sharing the need.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you here for a few minutes. Hopefully this video does some good for Foster Care Awareness Month. So if people like what you're hearing and what you're seeing, maybe share this video and that'll help get the word out about things as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, that's Lindsey Phillips here on Steve Shuttler Media for Foster Care Awareness Month.